Okay, we are here with Mount Aloysius head coach Courtney Vought, Shelby Smeal, and Clara Larios-Soto after the Mounties' 16-5 win over Geneva for Coach Vought's first career victory. First off, Coach, how do you feel after your first career win?
I feel really excited. I'm glad to get it under the belt before going into spring break. Once we come back from spring break, we're getting into conference. So the girls have been playing great, and they've deserved to look forward to getting these wins and stuff. And it's just each game, and they've been progressing and progressing to get better and better. And it's been something exciting to watch, especially with we've been playing good competition. So being able to get a good win under our belt felt really nice.
One of the keys for tonight's victory.
Some of the keys for tonight's victory, I've been talking to the girls a lot about like doing the small things and just having confidence in themselves. A huge thing within our program is that like the small things lead to the bigger things. Whether it's however they show up to practice, how they're dressed, like all those little tiny details end up mattering in the end. And building their confidence is a huge piece of it too. We have a lot of girls new within our program and who might not feel as comfortable, so being able to get a lot of girls like on the field and building that confidence, I tell them they all deserve to be here, and that's something that like I truly do mean, and go out there and play like it, and they really did tonight, so I was excited for that.
You guys had a little bit of a slow start with it being tied early on in the game, and then you scored 12 straight goals to kind of open it up. What were kind of the keys there, or things you talked about as a team to get that going?
We really talked about doing the small things, like don't focus on the other team. Like don't care what's going on that side of the field. Like focusing within ourselves and fixing what we need to fix with ourselves is the most important part, especially when we're not playing our game. In that first half, we did not play our game at all. So being able to recover from that, like the girls did incredible, like called a timeout and, just told them like we got to focus on the small things, and they really pulled it together there.
Clara, over to you. You had a team high 4 goals. What were kind of the keys for you guys offensively?
I feel like slowing down the ball. A lot of the times we tend to just go for it instead of slowing it down, and that was one thing that Coach Vought. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. This one thing she expressed during not only timeouts, during halftime as well, and that's something that we do during halftime is we first meet with each other before we meet with the coaches. It gets our heads set, and I think that definitely helped us slowing in the ball.
With your goals today, you're up to 8 on the season. What are kind of your thoughts, for you individually out there on offense trying to score?
I don't think individually, personally. I think just as a team, I've never been a selfish, like, I want to get goals. I think, if anything, just making Coach proud, because we went from being teammates to now being my coach. I think just setting that tone for her for the next season and making people want to continue pushing each other.
Shelby, you had a pretty big day defensively, with 4 draw controls, but you also had caused turnovers. You led the team in ground balls. What was the key for you guys there, because you really did cause a lot of turnovers as a team?
I think as a team, marking up on our man, just playing like our part as individually as a team, like say marking up in the midfield, cutting off the next pass, and just taking down the chances of them being able to score and just going on with it.
You also had an assist today. How big was that to kind of contribute legitimately all over the field?
I think personally, I didn't know I had an assist, but I would say it's kind of shocking, but at the same time, it's working with the team and staying humble and working as I said before, working as a team. And I mean, yeah, it's cool to have individual stats, but once you pull together and work together, it pulls the whole team in.
And this can be for any of you guys. As we're heading into spring break, like you guys are going to have a little bit of a down period here, but also play over spring break. So what are you kind of thinking, especially since it's still early in the season, you're not in conference yet? What are kind of the goals over the next week and a half?
Honestly, if you look at our beginning of the whole season, it's all been a down time frames that we've had multiple like where we anticipate having games, and just having like weather circumstances or circumstances beyond our control have really affected us in this first little bit of the season. Out of the 6 games that we've had scheduled, we've been able to have 3. So that's something where like we've dealt with that adversity, and it's really exciting to move forward to knowing that we're going to have like game after game. These girls thrive on having back-to-back and closer games, because the more time in between, that might not be something that we're really looking forward. But now after this season, it's all like semi within our control, so it's really exciting to be able to have like these games coming up and knowing that like we're going to be able to play them and not deal with the crescent weather.
And for either of you guys, what are you kind of looking forward to? I mean, you get a chance to go south, but as you guys now have a first win under your belt, what are you guys looking forward to?
I think us going down south would definitely give us a chance to be able to test ourselves and push ourselves. I know that we have a win under our belt, but at the same time, we got to be able to stay humble and keep pushing. And yes, we celebrated it. We can celebrate it tonight, but as going forward, we're just going to go back to being 0-0 and keep pushing.
Also, too, like our motto for the season is like stay hungry, stay humble. Especially that's been a big key to us, because I don't know, it keeps us pushing each other personally, and also too keeping up the energy. And I feel like going down to spring break will not only give us the experience to become as a stronger team, but also to like building the chemistry.
Awesome. Thank you.